guess what? 36 points. Means. That's Tenpai. Tenpai. Woo! Alright! Let's go. This is our promotion match, actually. As I have shown in the couple of seconds at the beginning of the video, we are one first away from getting first place. Of course, that doesn't mean that we need to get first this game, but it would be nice to. It would definitely be nice to. Here we're going to go ahead and start heading for a flush, because that's probably the most likely way that our hand is going to finish anyways. We've got 4 blocks in the flush. We still need 1 more. As of now, we're not really sure where we're going to get value, but, well, this way we can still, you know, win our hand by allowing ourselves to call. And also just, you know, I'm not sure if we should keep this 6 pin. And also just keep defense as well. We can naturally build our hand while keeping honors in our hand, which is pretty sweet. Now we've got 6 blocks. Not 6 blocks, 5 blocks. And the question is whether we really need to keep this 6 pin or not. Because now that we've got Yakai around, you know, we might be able to get better shape by putting a 6 pin in our hand. That being said, if we get green Santa, yeah, maybe we should just drop the 6 pin. If we get green Santa, yeah, Honizu, that's already a Mangan. And which is a lot better than having something attached to the 6 pin. So, it's not really in terms of value that we would like this 6 pin, but it's good for shape. The question is how valuable that improvement in shape is, especially considering that we already have almost a Mangan here. The question is now whether we want this base or not. I think we'll keep it over the once cut white. It seems fine. If we do pair it up, it means we get confirmed Mangan, which is nice. The difference between the East and the white that I'm a little worried about is the difference in deal-in rate. But, you know, even though it's nuts cut, it shouldn't have that high of a deal-in rate, I think. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, so we're going to keep it for the value increase. Now that's not really so important because even if we pair up the East, you know, I mean, it'll be nice, of course, but when there's just not enough turns left, the chance that we pair up the East and also get into Tenpai is getting a lot lower. Let's just say. Yeah, we're gonna pawn, obviously. And the question is whether you pawn the green. I think we definitely do not. Because, well, at this point, I mean, they probably think we're Tenpai, but, you know, maybe people... No, actually, what is the reason why we don't want to pawn? I'm not actually sure. Give me a second. We are definitely pushing this hand till the very end. Oh, thank you. We actually got a foo bump, so this is 77. Not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to pawn the East. Not the East, the green. I will go ahead and tell you my reasons for that in the editing. In my comments, if I can think of a reason. Either way, we're on to, well, it's not East 2 actually, it's our dealer repeat. We're going to keep the honors just for a bit, just considering that we already have quite a bit of, what's it called? We already have quite a few good blocks here. Now the question is whether we want to keep this green. Definitely going to keep it over the East because, well, it can give us a Mangan. Okay. Now Now here's the question. Do you keep the east or do you keep the 8 so? I think we're going to keep the... not the east. Wow, why am I mixing up east and green all the time? I think we're going to keep the green just because, well, we do need a pair anyways. And if that pair is going to be green, that would be nice. Be my gun. You know, pairing up 8 so versus pairing up east. Definitely a lot more happy with pairing up green. And there's only one fewer tile of green in the game. I think it's fine to do it like this. Here we're just going to go ahead and drop all these floors because we can't really lose anything from either of the monster shape and the pincer shape, I think. Because here if we draw the 2-man or the 5-man, we can make 2 blocks in the Manzu. Similarly, ooh, this is an interesting one. I think we'll go ahead and still drop the 9-pin, I'm not so sure. You could also drop the east. Wow, the green, in order to just make it more likely for us to finish this hand. Alright, looks like they got a win. Very good for them, of course. We're going to try and keep our first, but again, we're not going to try and force it. It'd be great to get first, but more importantly is to play solid and make sure we don't lose any points. Or we don't want to try and gun for first and then, you know, lose our expected value. Lose out in expected value. Now this one's interesting. Not sure if we should keep this red or not, but we're just going to go ahead and drop it. We do still are in need of another sequence block. So having this floating 6 around is pretty important. You might ask, well, why didn't you keep the 8 so then? And I'll say, well, I mean, I didn't want to keep the 8 so because even this. I think I will achieve this and drop the in. Keep this 6 as a floater, I guess. We can chi the 6, what's called for a tempai? Not the tempai. We can chi the pinzu shape for tempai. There we go, yes. Now we are tempai. The question is, well, how far do we want to sort of push this hand? It's only 1 han. Again, it would be great for our first place rate if we, you know, if we win this. But that doesn't mean we're going to push into the dealer, for example. If, you know, we don't need to. Because then we'd be, you know, risking falling down to 4th, which would be really bad. Yep. So for now, we're going to keep this tempai. If someone calls Ricci, then, you know, we'll consider our the fate of our hand once more. Here we're shifting to the Shampoo because now we can draw around the Manzu in order to improve to a Liamen shape. We can even chi the 3-man in order to get a 2-5 weight. It's probably something that we should do, considering it does improve our weight from 4 tiles to 6. Of course, winning on the Shampoo is perfectly fine as well. Alright, well, this is going to be going into East 3. In first place, which is a great place to be in. We got 5 blocks already, only 4 for Tanyo though. If we would like to make a Yaku, it'd be definitely important to try and find one. Here, we're just going to go ahead and drop the honor because as long as we attach something to one of these Tanyo blocks, yeah, we already got Tanyo. So it's not super important. That being said, now that we've got our 5 blocks, it might be okay to keep this Chun just because then it allows us to sort of use this shape as a Liamen. Here, now that we've drawn an improvement to our pair over here, we'll just go ahead and drop the floating red. Seems fine. We're not exactly sure where our blocks are going to be, or which of our 5 blocks we're going to use yet, but, well, now that we've drawn the 6, seems pretty obvious that the best block to drop is the 1 pin. Also, the 1 pin over there was dropped. Yeah, and now we can start calling for Tempai as well, which is amazing. Yep, here we'll call this bad shape. We are still left with bad shape over here, which is a little bit of a problem, but I think it's still important to chi this shape. I say it's a bad shape, right? But this open Lianmin, sorry, this open Penchan, I call it a Penchan because it can't use the 9, is almost as good as a regular Lianmin that we can only draw ourselves, because now, in addition to drawing the 6 by ourselves, we can also call from our friend over there, the player to the left of us. Of course, here we're going to call for Tempai. I'm not actually sure if that's the correct play. I think it is. I would like to take Tempai. Here we drew into Furiten, which is a big problem for our win rate, of course. And this would be the reason why you might not want to call into Tempai. But, well, what can you do, right? We're going to just go ahead and change our weight to a non-Furiten. And now if we draw the 3 pin and the 5 pin, we can again change to a good weight. But, well, okay, if you just draw yourself, everything is groovy. Of course. We've been getting really lucky this game. Holy crap. But, well, alright. We are in first place. So, as long as we maintain this first place, we get to promote. Let's try and do that. Here we got 1, 2, 3 blocks. And now the question is, how do we promote? Well, winning is good. Let's just win. We still need 1 more block, so we'll keep these floaters for now. We can pawn the Dora. The biggest problem with this is that I would like the ability to fold, probably, because we don't actually need to win this hand in order to win, right? First place. If our hand is telling us to go ahead and win, then yeah, we'll win. But just, are we supposed to? I think pawning that was fine. But if we lose the, what's it called? If we lose the ability to defend and then we deal into something big, then, well, that would be a problem, because then we might lose our first. Especially against the dealer, we want to be able to keep some safety. Right now, we don't have any safety here. Here, we've got a safety tile. In the 9-so, should be pretty safe, cannot deal into a Shampone. They dropped the 8-so pretty early, so it's pretty unlikely that they have the last 7-so in their hand. And, well, we'll see. Now, this is extremely safe. And we'll just pull for Tempai. 6-9 is a very good weight. Unfortunately, everyone's probably going to be trying to defend, other than the dealer. So, well, we'll see if we can just, pick up the win. Either by drawing ourselves, or, or taking it from the dealer, who has to push. Any other comments, really? I guess not. Yeah, the reason why we pawned this over here is because, well, if we can get Tempai pretty early, then, this hand has quite a bit of value. I think I was willing to sort of push my hand out there and be a bit more aggressive, lose that bit of defense. Because, okay, I mean, come on, it was turn 3 or something like that. If we got Tempai early, then it would be great. And here, yep, we did get into first after all, which means we get to promote. Woohoo! So yeah, I mean, we still got 4,500 points to go with newly improved, with an even more difficult point rate. But hopefully we get to promote, we get to see that bar grow gradually up to the top over there in the next few years. I would like to promote by the end of 2025. But we'll see how much I play, right? And we'll see how much we get to, you know, grow that bar. Anyways, see you guys next time. And yeah, we'll be playing as Saint 3 from the next time on.